gonna drill it 5 to 6 times each person, and then I'll give you guys a break and let that hard drill. But anyways, great job taking out the technique so far. This next one, I loved in college. It was my big mat turn. I would lift and return I would step around left side and lift and return, and I'd almost fake that, and then I'd come back around right, and I'd hit this. I hate the name of it, but I gotta give them credit. We call it the Penn State Sag, the Penn State trip, the Penn State mat turn. One of those are what we call it. We call it 3 different ones, kind of. A lot of times I like calling it the Penn State Sag because that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm not tripping him. I'm sagging to that leg to take him to the back. Penn State Sag. So, what I'm doing, well, first of all, me and my brother Bill, you guys have Bill up here? Yep. Pencil arms about this big. Seem about right? Don't tell him I said that. But no, yeah, you guys have my older brother Bill. He's a big guy. He's a great wrestler. He's an assistant coach for Ohio State. Great wrestler, great coach. He's 5 years older than me, or 6 years older than me. So, when I went to Ohio State, he was my coach. All right, I was never on the team with him. My first year in the room as a true freshman was his first year coaching. So my older brother coached me, which is pretty cool. We would come in the morning and we would go over this a lot. And we picked it up off Penn State. Penn State was crushing everybody with it. Now it's kind of sweeping the country. High school kids are doing it, everyone's doing it. But back at this time, this was just when the move was starting to come around. Penn State was killing everyone with it. We were watching a Penn State, Arizona State dual meet, and Mark Collins and Heath Valencia were wrestling. We had the weekend off for Ohio State. Me and Bo were sitting on his living room couch and watching Mark Collins and Heath Valencia wrestle. Mark Cole ended up winning this match. You know, 3 or 4 months later, the Heath Valencia ended up beating Mark Cole in the national finals. But how Mark Cole beats the Heath Valencia in the dual meet, the Arizona State, Penn State dual meet, was by this move right here. All right? It was a really tight match. Mark Cole returned them 5, 6, 7, 8 times with this mat return and built up riding time and won because of riding time. All right? He was crushing the Heath with this technique right here. So me and Bo watched it. We go, what the heck is he doing? Let's try to figure that out. We watch the film. We go back. We start drilling it. I first start hitting it. I'm like, Bo, this move sucks. I'm never going to pick this up. Let's just keep lifting and returning. And cross scissor tripping. He said, nah, let's keep drilling it. About a month later, of us drilling it and stuff, going over it. I never hit it really in a live match. Never really hit it too much in practice. I'm wrestling at Nebraska against Taylor Ben's guys, All-American. I think he was ranked 4th or 5th in the country at the time. It was my first year wrestling, so pretty early preseason. I was working my way up. I think I was like number 20. And I get a takedown with about 30 seconds left. It's a tied match, and I've got 40 seconds of riding time. So if I ride him out, I get riding time, I win the match. And I'm mat returning with this technique right here 4 or 5 times to win that match. All right? I'm not trying to brag about that. I'm just saying the proof's in the pudding. It works against the Heath Valencia national champ. It works against Taylor Ben's an All-American, ranked number 4 or 5 in the country. It'll work against high school people, I promise. All right? But anyways, that's where we picked up the technique from. The key to this move, there's a lot of them, but the main one, I have to get the bend of my knee down by his shoelaces. Bend of my knee goes to his shoelaces. So I'm here, I have my hands locked. I can't step around and lift, or maybe I faked it. I have to get all the weight on the side I'm tripping. I like to trip to the right. Some people like to trip to the left. I like to go to the right. I don't care what side you go to, but you have to weight that foot. I'm tripping his right foot. I'm sagging to that one, so I go elbow in the thigh, and I weight this foot. Elbow in the thigh, and I weight that foot. Notice, this foot is light here. This foot has all its weight on it. Elbow in the thigh, weight that foot. From here, I'm going to act as if I'm throwing in the leg, almost like I'm throwing in a boot. But I throw it in high, and then I slide down to low. All right? I'm starting high, and I'm sliding down low. As I'm sliding down his leg, my foot starts like this. My leg is going to start bending and going this way. Again, I end the move. I'm not going to be as far off to the side, but I end the move with the bend of my knee at the shoelaces. Is where I end the move. I'm still going to be up behind him a little bit, but I'm going to show you guys. I end the move like this, right there. And then as I'm falling, I'm bringing my left hip. It's tough to show this technique slow, so I kind of just got to hit it fast. I weight the foot, I throw in the boot, I'm sliding down, and as I'm falling, stay right there, as he's falling, I'm bringing in this left hip, I'm curling my hamstring and my glute up, and I'm hitting him with my thigh and my hip right in the butt, and then he's flat, I've got the ankle hooked, and I've got the takedown. One thing I see a lot of people, as they're hitting this technique, they want to slide way off. Watch my left hand. My left hand slides from the belly button all the way to the side, and I slide way off. slide right up to the side. I have to unlock my hands when I'm returning them, but my left hand stays on the belly button, all right? My lock's right here. As I'm going down to unlock, I post his hand on the mat to guide me down. My left hand stays on the belly button. I'm staying behind him, but I have to slide down. I can't leave my chest up here. I'm sliding my chest down, all right? So I weight the foot, throw on the boot, I unlock the hands. My left hand's on the belly button. I'm sliding my chest and my legs sliding down. I'm getting that left hip in. And again, once I hit, I'm going to left knee, curling this foot up, blasting in, and getting my takedown. Even if he builds up here, I've got this ankle hooked, and I'm gonna ride him for a while right here. All right? I've got that ankle hooked. He can't do anything until he gets that ankle free. So again, I'm gonna see this a lot. I do not go to my right hip. As I'm going down, I don't go to my right hip. I go to my knees, and I can't slide off. If I slide off too far, you'll back hook, or go to that hip, you'll back hook to a window like this. We'll get into a scramble situation. I have to stay behind him, all right? So again, I got my lock. I weight the foot. I throw the boot in. I slide all the way down. Bringing that left hip in hard. I didn't go to that right hip. Curl that hamstring and glute. Get my takedown. One more thing I see. People do this. They weight the foot. They throw the boot up and high. And then they go like this. They drop it down here. I don't even have his leg up. And then they try to just blast into him. There's no pressure on his foot. What I'm doing, I'm planting this foot in the mat and bumping him forward. I'm sagging all the way to here, and I'm bumping him forward to where he has to go down. All right? All the weight is on that foot like it's glued to the mat. And I have to get the bend of my knee to the shoelaces. Last time, let's go from this angle, and we'll hit him. I weight the foot. I throw in the boot. I have to slide down. I'm sliding all the way down. Notice, my knees by shoelaces. I get the takedown. I belly into him, and I get the takedown. I didn't go to that hip. Bend to my knee, was by shoelaces, and the hand stayed on the belly button. All right, I'm bringing in that left hip as I'm pulling. Penn State mat return, Penn State Sag, Penn State strip, whatever you want to call it. I like calling it the Penn State Sag. It's a tough one. It's a complicated one. Let's drill for 1 or 2 minutes. Then we got to start that hard drill. Let's see it. 1, 2.